Hello my friends, so now the painting begins for the tiger. I've given it a prime in black, and then I've come along and I've given it this green colour. So what we're trying to go for is this REL 6011 Rossen Dark Run or whatever. So I don't have that particular colour. I've got German olive, but that's a lot different. So what I've done to create this colour is I've used Grun RLM 62. So it's a German colour, but it's got that real sort of grey-green look you want. But it's a bit too dark, so I lightened it up a lot with a bit of sky green. And hopefully that's done the job. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some blue tack, wherever my blue tack is. I think there's some blue tack around here somewhere. There's some blue tack. So I'm going to get some blue tack, and we'll make the shapes, and and then we can put the next colour on, which will be that one, RAL 7028 Dunkelgelb. And we'll do a nice light colour. See how it goes. So I'll get started putting the blue tack on. We'll make the little shapes, then we'll spray it with the yellow. Also, we've got to do the rear box here in the nice grey, but I don't know how I'm going to go about that yet. If I'm going to do it by brush or we're going to spray paint it, we'll work that out as we go. Alright, let's give it a crack. Okay, so now I've sprayed on the dark yellow, and I've just used a standard Dunkelgelb from SMS, and I've heavily lightened it with a lot of sandgelb and a lot of light brown too, sort of the American style light brown. It's coming up pretty good, but I think I'm done now with the spraying. I think I'll hand paint this grey thing at the back here, the storage box, and we need to now hand paint all the details back to black, because we don't want we've had to spray all that stuff on. I'm just going to hand paint the wheels as well, so I'll just put a bit of Dunkelgelb on them, and we can just, from the base black there, build up the colour from that. But at this stage as well, we can also add the decals, which is only a couple on the side there, one on that side and the other side as well. So that will be what is going on. So we'll get started with the next step, so putting on some decals and re-priming our details. We can also add a filter, but let's just keep it simple. We'll do the acrylics first. Okay, so now I've started to brush paint it up. I've got the wheels done, so they're base painted, and this is all just base painting. So what I also like to do after I spray paint it is I like to re-prime the details. I'm going to repaint in black and then build up the colour from there. So that's what I'm also starting to do with that. No dry brushing or anything just yet. None of that kind of stuff's going on. And we can also add the decal here. Something's like spilled on there. I'll have to fix that up. We can add the decals on now, which I'll do very shortly. But when I was pulling the tape off, a little bit of the paint came off. So what we'll do is we'll turn that into some paint chips. Everything's always fixable. See, every mistake is an opportunity. We're also working on a base here. So I've just made up a base raw from scratch out of plastic and epoxy putty. And that's going to be for the new Tamiya MG crew. I've started building them up there. They're coming up pretty good. So that'll be exciting to see what they come up like. And I'll put them on this little base. It's got a flat, it's still a bit wet, sorry. It's got a flat spot where they can set up their gun, and then it's got a little bit of a rise in the scenery there, so they can make some cover and all that kind of stuff. Might need one more figure. I'm thinking I might use one of these old Master Box ones. Maybe one of these guys. One of these two. It's a really old kit. They're pretty poor. These ones were probably one of the first Master Box figures they built. But then they upgraded this kit with these three, which are a bit newer. But yeah, I built this one and it was horrible. It was probably one of the worst figures I've ever built. Alright, my friends. Let's keep going.